Only upon rewatching Star Trek: The Next Generation did I remember Kirsten Dunst's character from Season 7. It's always a fascinating experience to revisit an old favorite and realize how many details slipped through the cracks of memory. That's exactly what happened when I recently started a full rewatch of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Like many longtime fans, I'd seen the series in pieces over the years, episodes caught on late-night cable, revisited during syndication marathons, or streamed in the background while multitasking. But this time, I was dedicated. From Encounter at Farpoint to All Good Things, I would watch everything in order, with full attention. Some episodes hit harder with age. Some characters felt more nuanced than I remembered. But nothing surprised me more than a tiny moment in Season 7, Episode 7, Dark Page. Because there she was, a young, bright-eyed Kirsten Dunst. Yes, that Kirsten Dunst. Before Interview with the Vampire, Bring It On, or Spider-Man, she was Hedril, a telepathic alien child with a calm demeanor and an important role in unlocking one of Lwaxana Troi's deepest traumas. Seeing her in that role again, and realizing I had forgotten it completely, was a strange, almost eerie experience. It was like a hidden Starfleet file had been uncovered in my brain. But this wasn't just about a forgotten cameo by a future Hollywood star. It became a lens through which I appreciated the hidden power of Dark Page, and how TNG, even in its 7th and final season, was still able to tell deeply emotional stories that resonated decades later. The episode, Dark Page, a rare Lwaxana Troi drama. For many fans, Lwaxana Troi, played with delightful theatricality by Majel Barrett Roddenberry, is a comic relief figure. She's eccentric, intrusive, flirty, and overly invested in her daughter Deanna's love life. While her episodes are often lighthearted, Dark Page is a tonal departure, a quiet, melancholic tale dealing with grief, suppressed trauma, and the cost of burying emotional pain. In this story, Lwaxana is aboard the Enterprise to help teach a race of telepathic aliens known as the Cairn how to communicate verbally. The Cairn, unlike other telepaths, rely entirely on thought for communication, and Lwaxana, fluent in telepathy, acts as a kind of intermediary. Among the Cairn is Hedril, the character played by Dunst. She's serene and expressive without saying much. Telepathic children often are in sci-fi, and Dunst's performance is surprisingly mature for someone barely over the age of 10. Her innocence serves as a thematic catalyst. She reminds Lwaxana of someone else, someone lost. As the story unfolds, Lwaxana begins suffering from emotional distress and mental breakdowns. Eventually, with the help of Deanna, it's revealed that Lwaxana has suppressed the memory of a daughter she lost years ago, Deanna's older sister, Kestra. The trauma of that loss was so great that Lwaxana telepathically locked it away, forgetting not only the death but the child herself. Hedril's presence reawakens those memories, not because of anything she does, but because of who she resembles. Kirsten Dunst, a performance beyond her years. What makes Dunst's appearance so special in hindsight is how much presence she brings with so little screen time. This wasn't a flashy guest spot. She didn't have big speeches or dramatic outbursts. Her impact came from subtle expressions, moments of quiet interaction with Lwaxana that were tinged with familiarity and confusion. In one poignant scene, Hedril reaches out to Lwaxana, and there's a flash of fear in Lwaxana's eyes, not of Hedril, but of what she represents. Dunst plays it straight, innocent, and inquisitive, and that emotional imbalance between the two characters delivers a powerful undercurrent to the episode. Looking back with the knowledge of Dunst's later career, you can see the same emotional intelligence she would bring to more complex roles. Her Hedril is a presence, not just a child in the background. And in a show as ensemble-heavy as TNG, that's no small feat. The hidden depths of Season 7. Season 7 of The Next Generation is often viewed as a mixed bag. While some episodes are masterful like The Pegasus or the two-part finale, All Good Things, others can feel like filler or character cleanup. But Dark Page is one of the season's secret weapons, a story that deepens a recurring character, reveals untold family history, and does so without relying on technobabble or villain of the week theatrics. Instead, it's about memory, suppression, and the emotional toll of hiding one's pain. This might be one reason why Dunst's appearance is so easily forgotten. Unlike other celebrity cameos in Trek, like Kelsey Grammer, Ashley Judd, or even Tom Hardy in Nemesis, her role doesn't announce itself. It's not about her. It's about what her character unlocks in someone else. But on rewatch, knowing what's coming, it hits harder. Hedrill's calm nature contrasts the emotional storm inside Waxana. And that contrast is the key to the episode's emotional resolution. Rewatching with context, the power of rediscovery, there's something magical about a rewatch. It's not just nostalgia, it's revelation. You're older, wiser. You notice details that flew over your head before. Storylines that once felt slow now seem layered. Characters you once ignored now stand out. And sometimes a future A-list star pops up in the role of a quiet alien child. Seeing Kirsten Dunst in Star Trek: The Next Generation wasn't just a neat trivia discovery. It reminded me of how layered the show always was, even when it was winding down. It showed me that episodes like Dark Page are worth remembering not because of who guest starred, but because of what they dare to explore. It's also a testament to Star Trek's casting directors. Over the decades, the franchise has had an uncanny knack for bringing in actors just before their big break. From Dunst in TNG to Dwayne Johnson in Voyager, or even Adam Scott in First Contact, Trek has often been a proving ground for future stars. It's like a rite of passage in the acting world. Appearing in Star Trek means you're one step closer to the big time. A Trek memory worth holding onto. Maybe I forgot Dunst's appearance because I wasn't ready to fully absorb the themes of Dark Page the first time. As a kid or even a casual viewer, the idea of a parent suppressing the memory of a lost child might feel too heavy, too abstract. But now, years later, I feel the weight of it. The grief. The healing. The way children, real or symbolic, can bring buried emotions to the surface. It's fitting that this emotional release comes not through conflict or action, but through remembrance, through a quiet, graceful child played by an actress who would go on to master the art of nuanced emotion. In the end, rewatching The Next Generation reminded me not just of forgotten episodes, but forgotten feelings. And thanks to Kirsten Dunst's small but significant role in Dark Page, I'll never overlook that episode again. Not just because of who she became, but because of what she helped Star Trek say. Final thoughts. Hidden gems in the galaxy. Every rewatch of Star Trek offers a new constellation of moments that feel fresh. Whether it's a philosophical debate in the observation lounge, a subtle performance from a guest star, or a newly relevant storyline, there's always something more to discover. Kirsten Dunst's appearance in Season 7 is one of those moments. A quiet signal in the background of a very human story. A future star playing a role that required poise, empathy, and quiet strength. It's one of those small details you might miss the first time. But once you see it, really see it, you'll never forget it again. That's the magic of Star Trek. And that's